Heyo! This is Conspiracy Closet with Tina,
Cleopatra,
and Isabella, and in this podcast we're going to discuss what a conspiracy is, a conspiracy that sparked people's attention, and what makes a conspiracy so popular.
So what is a conspiracy?
Basically, conspiracy theories are contradicting thoughts and theories of events that have previously happened and simple facts that people thought they understood but have become unsure about. A famous example of a conspiracy theory is the Illuminati.
Okay, cool.
So Cleo, what conspiracy theory are we talking about today?
I here's one from my shady friend, and it's about 9/11.
Codename 11/11/9/11.
Ooh, sounds a bit shady. Tell us more.
So basically, there are many conspiracy theories surrounding 9/11, but this one is about the odd way that everything involved in this conspiracy adds up to 11. Just think about it. There are 11 letters in New York City, and 11 letters in Afghanistan. Ramzan Yousafzai, the terrorist, has 11 letters in his name. George W. Bush has 11 letters in his name.
I know you may think, but these are all just names. This could just be a weird coincidence. And yes, that's true. But there is much more. New York City is the 11th state. The first plane that crashed was flight number 11. Flight number 11 was carrying 92 passengers, and 9 plus 2 equals 11. Flight 77, which also hit the Twin Towers, was carrying 65 passengers. 6 plus 5 equals 11. The tragedy was on September 11th, or known as 9/11. 9 plus 1 equals 11. This date is equal to the U.S. emergency number 911. 9 plus 1 equals 11.
The total numbers of victims in the hijacked planes was 245. 2 plus 4 plus 5 equals 11. September 11th is the 254th day in the calendar year. Again, 2 plus 4 plus 5 equals 11. The Madrid bombing took place 3/11/2004. 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 equals 11. The tragedy, the Madrid, happened 911 days before the Twin Towers incident.
Now, this is where things get really shady. The most recognized symbol for the U.S., after the stars and stripes, is the eagle. The following verse is taken from the Quran, the Islamic holy book. For it is written that a son of Arabia would awaken the fearsome eagle. The wrath of the eagle would be felt throughout the lands of Allah, and lo, while some people trembled in despair, still more rejoiced. For the wrath of the eagle cleansed the lands of Allah, and there was peace. This verse is number 9.11 of the Quran. Still ain't convinced?
Try this and see how you feel afterwards. Open up Microsoft Word. Type in capitals Q33NY. This is the flight number of the first plane to hit the Twin Towers. Highlight Q33NY, change the font size to 48, change the actual font to Windings. You could also search it up on Google like we did. If you do this, you will see a plane followed by 2 sheets of paper, a skull, and finally the Star of David.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
But this could really just be a coincidence. There are things that could disprove the conspiracy. Like, for example, the origin. Do you even know where it's from? Did you fact check?
Are you trash-talking my conspiracy?
No, I'm making sure that we're not feeding into a false conspiracy.
And why would we do that?
Because a lot of people do. In fact, 63% of registered American voters believe in at least one political conspiracy theory. It's just a part of who we are as Americans. We suffered through tragedy, and now we need a comfort blanket. Something that gives us power. The more political people need to believe that they can do something about the world.
Well, the problem with this is that Tina and I aren't very political people.
Well, you don't necessarily have to be political and somewhat power-hungry to believe in conspiracies. Most people who believe in conspiracies tend to have lower self-esteem.
That must be why I like them so much.
Okay, well, anyway, it's still the same with being political. They need something to make them feel more powerful and complete.
I still like this conspiracy.
And with that,
this has been Conspiracy Closet with Cleopatra,
Isabella,
and Tina.
Bye!